Miserable Man by David Kushner. This is a really nice song to get into moving your chords up and down the fretboard instead of playing in one position with the normal chords. And it's also a very cool way to get you into fingerstyle picking using only your thumb and your first finger for starters. So we're going to make sure that you've got your PDF file in front of you. Make sure you've got your capo at fret number 1, otherwise the song won't work. And if you need a copy of the PDF, drop me a WhatsApp or email me. I'll send it through free of charge. And let's get going with the introduction, the part that starts like this. Now let's first have a look at the chords, then we're going to have a look at what does the picking hand do, and we work it from there on. As mentioned, we're working quite high up the fretboard. This is fret number 10, just before the double dot. Obviously it would have been 11, but we've got a capo at number 1. So that means this is your fret number 10 now because of the capo, right over here by the double dot, which you should have on your guitar. Your first finger, you'll see my fingers are clearly numbered, is in fret number 9. And you're going to have a chord that sounds like this if I play the 3 notes. Okay, that's what the notes should sound like. Now the next chord, you have to move your way down to 5 and 4. Same sort of shape, fingers 1 and 2. Your middle finger is now at fret number 5. Again, like we said, you got a capo on, so it would normally be 6, but 5 for this song. And your first finger is now on the dotted fret. There's the dot which I'm pointing at. And this is your next chord. And then we finish off at 7 and 5. Notice that I swap from fingers 1 and 2 to fingers 1 and 3. And your chord should sound like this. Now just a quick recap. Okay, just fret number 5 and 7. Quick recap there. This over here represents or replaces rather the chord D. So if you're looking at your PDF where it says D, this is what you're playing. When it says A, you've moved down to fret number 4 and 5. That's your A. And for the B minor, because it's a minor chord, that's why the shape changed. We could go into theory and tell you all about minor thirds and the differences, but that's not important right now. Right now we want to learn a cool song. And this at fret 5 and 7 is your B minor. Now quickly going to focus on your picking hand and we're going to see what to do down there. As you can see, fingers 1 and 2 are by fret number 9 and 10. And you'll notice over here, I'm only going to use my thumb and my first finger. And we're going to have the thumb playing your 6th string. So it's 6, 5, your first finger playing the 5th string, 6, 5, back to the 6th string, and then the open 3rd string. So slow motion. And the numbers that you're playing, or the fretted numbers as shown on the PDF. This will be fret 10, fret 9, back to fret 10 on the 6th, and the 0 on the 4th string means open string. And basically you repeat that twice within each bar. So you're sort of doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that would be 1 bar. Now for the intro, he does it twice. So you're going to have something like this if you want to play along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll also notice over here that I'm resting my other fingers, my middle finger and ring finger and pinky, on the other strings, because this song doesn't use the bottom 3 strings, which is quite cool. So basically just the thumb, first finger, and the first finger looks after your string 5 and 4, while the thumb plays the 6th string. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a bit now. We're going to take it the whole way through so you can just view left and right hands working again one more time. Now we're going to play through really slow so you can join me. I'm hoping you've got your D shape, which is going to be the 9 and 10, and let's go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now, very important before we go to the verse, on the top line you'll notice at the extreme, the right hand side under the name David Kushner on the PDF, it says repeat B minor on intro. So basically 2 bars of D, 1 bars of A, 2 bars of B minor, and then the song starts. And you'll notice over there there's some new chords when it goes to your pre-chorus. There's an E minor kicking in over there, which is going to be at fret 12. So you're going to go really, really high up to your guitar. So your fret 12 is going to be this. And the trick with this song over here is to think of each of these picking patterns, this being a picking pattern, or this being a picking pattern. Think of each of those picking patterns as a chord substitute. So basically that 12-10 that they use now for the pre-chorus picking, the E minor, this replaces the chord E minor. So you're not playing E minor like this. There's your normal E minor or like that. You're not going, definitely not doing that. You're playing this over here. And this implies the chord E minor. So this effectively is E minor. Okay. And you're going to have one bar of those. And you're going to go down to D. From D down to A and to B minor. So your pre-chorus will sound something like this. I'm going to play it through nice and slow. 2 and 3 and 4 and... And it's really as easy as that. Now, the song's only in essence got 3 sections. Your verse, your pre-chorus, and then before it goes to the chorus, you'll notice it says passing riff. It's a short little phrase, and it's going to sound something like this, but I want to focus onto my fretting hand so we can see the changes there. We're going to start that passing riff with your first finger on the 2nd fret of your 6th string, the top string, and it's only half the bar, 1 and 2, and then you go to your next shape, which is fret 2 and 3 on strings 5 and 6. That's the remainder half of the bar, 3 and 4 and. So that bar slow motion now, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you move across to A, which then replaces the whole bar. Okay, now this over here is actually an F sharp minor, and if you look next to it, it says note. This is a brief passing riff phrase using the chords F minor, G, and A. And then you go into your chorus itself, which is going to be the B minor, but we're going to now have a view at all both left and right hands. Again, just reminding you, remember to think of each of these positions. This position, for example, in 7 and 5 replaces B minor chord. It implies the B minor chord. So, B minor. Then you're going to have your 5 and 4 implying an A major. Jump all the way up to 10 and 9 to imply D major, and then all the way down to 3 and 2 for the G major. So nice big jumps, B minor, A, D, G. Let's take it through slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... You'll notice I almost made a slip up over there if you listen really carefully. The trick is, I don't mind if you make a mistake. We're allowed to make a mistake as long as you don't stop. Very important. If you're playing in a band and you make a mistake, it's fine. Okay, it's not cool, but we're not going to stress about it. But it's really not cool if we stop. So one more time through, and hopefully I don't make a mistake now. B minor, A, D, G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Nice big accuracy jump all the way from there to there. You can see it really fast moves. And that in essence is all the tools, all the parts, everything you need to know how to spell Miserable Man. And if I wrote such a nice song, I would actually call it Happy Man because it's a really cool song. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If there's any questions, drop me a WhatsApp. Always be cool to hear from you. Have an awesome week. Cheers. And that's my dog in the background.